Do cell phones in schools enhance learning, or are they a distracting menace? That's the question that has been on the minds of educators and policymakers for some time now. As technology continues to evolve, so too does the conversation around its place in our classrooms. There's a delicate balance to strike between harnessing the power of these devices for educational purposes and mitigating their potential to distract and disrupt. This ongoing debate has seen a myriad of perspectives, with valid arguments on both sides. Recently, the state of Ohio has taken a decisive step in this debate. Let's delve into the details. Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio has signed House Bill 250 into law, a legislation that directly addresses this issue. This new law is a step forward in the regulation of technology in our classrooms. It mandates all public schools in the Buckeye State to formulate and adopt a policy that controls cell phone use during school hours. The primary impetus for this law is to enhance the overall school experience for students. By curbing the distractions that cell phones often present, the law aims to improve the students' educational performance. Ridding the classrooms of these electronic interruptions allows students to better focus on their studies and engage more actively in their learning. Moreover, this law acknowledges the impact of technology on mental health. By regulating cell phone use, it aims to reduce the stress and anxiety that can be associated with constant connectivity. The hope is that students will be able to enjoy a healthier, more balanced school life, free from the pressures of incessant notifications and digital distractions. But this legislation is not just about performance and mental health. It also seeks to foster a more inclusive and respectful school culture by reducing opportunities for bullying. In a world where cyberbullying is a growing concern, this law attempts to create a safer environment for all students. This bill has received bipartisan support, indicating a consensus on the negative impacts of unregulated cell phone use in schools. This broad agreement speaks volumes about the importance of this issue and the willingness of lawmakers to take decisive action to safeguard our students' well-being and education. What does this mean for the schools, teachers, and most importantly, the students in Ohio, you might ask? Well, let's delve into the potential impacts of this law on the school environment. Firstly, the most apparent benefit is the reduction of distractions. We've all been there, in the middle of an important lecture or discussion, when a phone buzzes and everyone's attention is momentarily hijacked. By regulating cell phone use, classrooms could become more focused environments where learning is the primary activity. But it's not just about academic performance. Proponents of the law also believe it could have positive effects on students' mental health. By limiting the constant barrage of notifications and social media updates, students might experience less anxiety and stress, leading to a healthier school experience overall. Moreover, this law could also contribute to a more positive school culture. With less chances for cyberbullying during school hours and more opportunities for face-to-face interactions, students might build stronger, healthier relationships with their peers. However, like any new policy, it isn't without potential challenges. Enforcement might prove tough. After all, tracking the use of personal devices in a busy school environment is no small feat. And then there's the question of student freedom. Some might argue that regulating cell phone use infringes on students' personal rights. Furthermore, there's the challenge of ensuring that the policy is fair and doesn't disproportionately affect certain students. For instance, what about students who rely on their phones for learning aids or personal emergencies? These are all factors that will need to be carefully considered when drafting and implementing these new policies. Indeed, the impacts of this law could be far-reaching, and it will be interesting to see how its implementation plays out in the coming school year. As Ohio takes a step to regulate cell phone use in schools, it sets an example for other states grappling with the same issue. Let's not forget, this isn't just about limiting screen time or curbing distractions. It's about fostering a healthier school culture, enhancing educational performance, and taking a stand against bullying. Governor Mike DeWine's decision to sign House Bill 250 into law is bold, and it's already sparking conversations across the state and beyond. And while the summer has been set aside for schools to draft their policies, the real test will come with the next school year, when these policies are put into action. This Ohio law could well be a watershed moment, a trendsetter for other states considering similar measures. The bipartisan nature of the bill's passage underscores the universal concern about the impact of cell phones in schools. However, despite the new legislation, the debate about the role of cell phones in education is far from settled. Some see them as a distraction, while others view them as a valuable learning tool. The key will be finding the right balance, a task that is easier said than done. Whether you view cell phones as a tool for learning or a distraction, one thing is clear. The conversation about their place in our schools is far from over.